Hey, it is about 9:30 here, so it's p.m. So it's 6:30 in the morning at home. I have a lot to go over. I've been missed out on a couple of days, so I actually had to make an outline of everything to go over because there was quite a bit of stuff. But first off, I want to say congratulations, Sky, for pretty much getting out of the Marine Corps. That's freaking awesome. I was really stoked. I shared the good news with everybody. So really happy for you. Um, so let's start this off. Let's see. So I actually had to watch my previous vlog just to get caught up on where I had stopped, and I told you guys that we were gonna go to the shop front, so and then do the 4 hours gyration. So that's where I'm gonna be in today. We went to the shop front, and what it actually is it's like they open up a kind of a house from 1 to 4, and anybody's allowed to come in and get a free meal and be social. And they talk to people about their problems, and it's very, very social, interactive. So when we went in there, we didn't do anything to help out. We just really went in there and just became very social with everybody. We just talked to everybody, learned their stories, and met some really cool people. Met this one girl named Teresa who actually started popping up a lot with us, and she showed us around the city a little bit and showed us how to take the train and stuff. And she was a great girl and stuff. So we went there, we ate with them. They gave us a tour of the compound and stuff that they run. Just a really good place. They do a lot of good work, and just it was really, really, really cool to just go hang out and stuff with them. Let's see. Later that day, I think I had here's the schedule that we had for the 40-hour adoration and all the events. It was insane. It started off with the explosion of the Eucharist at 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 9th, which is a couple days ago. At 4:50, we had Father Conrad gave a talk on the Eucharist, and right after that, I gave my testimony, which turned out people say it was the best testimony I've ever given. So I was really stoked about that. Just it was really cool. Just so I mean, 40 hours of adoration was just intense, and the way the shifts worked out, it was 4 groups, 3 hours each, kind of through the night, going from about 10 till first shift started at 10. It was like 10 to 12:30, and then there's a shift from 12:30 to 3. Then there's a shift from 3 to 2:30. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't remember. There's 4 groups divided up. It wasn't even per se, but it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, a 2.5 hour, and then a 2 hour shift. So the first night I had the 10 to 12:30 shift with my group, and I gotta tell you, I felt like the apostles. I fell asleep like 12 times during adoration trying to pray. I could not pray, and let me tell you how cold it was. It must have been the building the chapel was in is a green building, which means they conserve as much energy as possible if they don't have a heater. So I was in my sweatshirt and my pea coat, just freezing. It must have been about 45 degrees in the room, and it was just unbearable. They had a um, I guess little space heater in front of in the front room in the office, and I got so cold I had to just go out there and sit in front of that thing for about half an hour just to warm up, and then I went back in and ended up falling asleep again. So we finished our adoration. The other group came and relieved us, and we walked back to to where we're staying right now, which is about a half an hour walk. So it's pretty nice. The last couple days have been very groggy here. Lots of rain in the night, but sunshine during the day, windy, and just today was very, very drizzly. Rain on and off. The clouds here move really fast, so all of a sudden, 1 second it'll be pouring, and you just stand under some umbrella or awning for 5 minutes, and then it's gone. It's just dry. So, let's see, we finished that, and before that, I mean, we had the mass and evening prayer, and then worship and stuff. So the next morning we woke up and we had mass at the chapel with the Blessed Sacrament exposed. Um, there was a bunch of other stuff going on. More of us, we that were for just the people who were invited. We did a lot of evangelization out on the street, just handing out these 40-hour flyers, things that told everybody the schedule. So we were on the street a lot, just, hey, I want to invite you to this, come on, check it out, you know. So, and it turned out that it was one of the stops on the diocese of Perth puts on like these events, and they handed out everybody these little cards that were and called them the WYD08 passports, and basically if you're in the diocese you get one, and then there's like a bunch of different stops, and when you come and stop you get a stamp, and the goal is to get all the checkpoints stamped. So this chapel ended up being one, so a lot of people came in to the chapel to get the stamp and stuff, so they had to go in the chapel and pray for 5 minutes, or to say a Hail Mary or Our Father. They come back out and get the stamp and stuff, so we're doing a lot of that. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything on my outline. Okay, so yeah, so last night, I guess it was, yeah, we had the adoration all day. We're praying throughout the day and doing evangelization and stuff, and then there was the Perth Festival, and that was actually just behind the chapel. There's a huge grass field that was donated to but the biggest tent I've ever seen, larger than a circus tent, and there was concerts and stuff in there. And the Friars ended up having a concert in there, and with Brother Columba, so that went on awesome. They were up in this little side stage, and the coolest thing was they got so much involvement with the crowd that Tim went and checked out the main stage for a second while the concert was going on, and it turned out that we had more people in this little tent area than was in the main tent, so it was pretty awesome to see that, and everybody was just jumping around, throwing their hands up, and singing worship and stuff. So for me, that was a lot of fun. We all had blasts and stuff, and you guys will see in the documentary that we make how many people were there and just how crazy the crowd was. So I am getting a little sick. I have had a runny nose for the past couple of days. Somebody went and got Sudafed though, so a lot of us are kind of getting this cold because we just came from the summer and now we're just dropped into this winter, and it's so groggy here. It's pretty miserable. But we're doing all right.